Hello and welcome back to Boulder Bookstore. My name is Olivia and I am here today because we are celebrating romance this week here at Boulder Bookstore. With Valentine's Day coming up, we thought this was a great time to share some fantastic romance novels with you. So we're going to jump right in today because I have a handful of books to share with you that I'm really excited about. First of all, we're going to point out Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins. This book just came out this week. It's actually the February book club pick for our romance book clubs. We'll have more information about that below. But Wild Rain by Beverly Jenkins is a fantastic new, it's Black owned voices, historical Western romance novel. Beverly Jenkins is sort of the queen of historical romance novels, and she actually is notable for being the first Black writer to write a Black owned voices historical romance novel. So we'll give it up for the queen here. But I'm really excited to read this book this month. We've got some strong women. We're celebrating the West as we're here in Colorado. And be sure to check out Wild Rain. For something very different, if you're looking for a paranormal romance, we have Immortal Angel by Lindsay Sands. And Lindsay is very famous actually for her paranormal romance series. So if you're someone who enjoys reading about vampires and werewolves, maybe you're someone who read Twilight back in the day, this would be a really great next author for you. These are really, really fun, romance-packed, they're action-packed, again, dealing with the paranormal here. But she's continuing to write books in this series. So this is her most recent, but we've got another one coming up soon. So check out Immortal Angel. Another great new book coming out this month is First Comes Like by Alicia Ray. So this one is really great, another diverse, own voices romance that centers around Bollywood, actually. And we have our female protagonist is a beauty influencer, so she has like a YouTube channel, Instagram account, sharing beauty tips. And then a very, very handsome man slides into her DMs. So we've got some fun modern day romance as we use the technology to fall in love. But this handsome stranger is actually from a huge Bollywood family. So, you know, fame, fortune, celebrity, we've got technology. Alicia Ray's books are funny, they are heartwarming, a really great, fun read. So that's First Comes Like, which is out February 14th. Up next, we have Party of Two by Jasmine Guillory. Jasmine Guillory is one of my favorite romance writers. She does contemporary romances that are, the main couples are mixed race. And what's great about Jasmine's books is that not only is there a lovely romance happening, but we're also commenting on sort of contemporary times. So we might be talking about racism in the workplace, we might be talking about sexism, politics, all sorts of really bigger topics that Jasmine Guillory breaks down in a great way. So you end up learning something, you're approaching something a little bit differently, but you're also falling in love and getting some really great characters. Party of Two is her most recent. She's continuing to write though. We have another one coming out this summer. And what's fun about her books is that you can read them out in any order you want, but characters pop up in all of them that are the same. So if you keep going with her books, you'll get so much more out of it because you're like, oh, this person from this first book, and then this second person is in this next book. So they're really, really fun, a real treat for her loyal fans. Check out Jasmine Guillory. Another book I am super excited about coming out February 23rd is Waiting for a Scot Like You by Ava Lee. So this is the most recent novel in her Union of the Rakes series. We've got historical romance here, if that's something up your alley. Certainly something up mine. And in this one, we have a merry widow. We have a very stoic man who's a major in the army. And he is tasked with escorting her safely to a new destination. As you might imagine, the road gets a little bit bumpy along the way, and of course they fall in love. We have a really great trope here where they stay at an inn overnight. And of course, there's only one room. And of course, there's only one bed. So these books are really, really fun. Ava Lee is a great romance writer. Waiting for a Scat Like You proves to be funny. It's going to be, I think, a nice adventure of a ride. So be sure to check that out. Another hard pivot here in terms of tone. I have talked about Alyssa Cole before on this channel, and my love for her. Everyone loves Alyssa Cole. She also writes suspenseful romance. So if you're looking for a little mystery along with your love story, I would definitely check out When No One Is Watching. It's actually, if you've seen the movie Get Out, there are definitely some parallels to be drawn between the two. So this one is suspenseful. There's people are disappearing. Alyssa Cole, really famous for taking issues like race and centering them in the novel. So there's a question here, as gentrification is happening in a New York neighborhood, in a historic black neighborhood, as more and more white people are moving in and more black people are leaving, what's actually happening to all of the black people and where are they actually going? So this one's really clever. It's really interesting. There's still going to be a romance throughout, but definitely check out Alyssa Cole. And then last two books here today, Talia Hibbert of the Brown Sisters trilogy. Her next book is out on March 9th. So I've got that here. That is Act Your Age, Eve Brown, as we are following the last of the Brown sisters. But if you don't want to wait and you haven't caught up with the Brown sisters, don't forget, take a hint, Nanny Brown. So this is about sister number 2. The entire books in the series, the first one is Get a Life, Chloe Brown. All of them they're funny, they're contemporary. The Brown sisters are just these like charming, almost like larger than life characters. In these books, we are talking about race, as the couples often end up being mixed race. We are looking at disability issues and centering that in a romance, which is really important because disabled people can fall in love as well. So these are all just such great series. This is a great series. There we go. They are immensely popular books. So if you're looking for something funny and charming and delightful, be sure to check out all 3. So that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're looking for any other romance novel suggestions, be sure to leave a comment below. But otherwise, we will see you next time.